We are continuing with the moose grind today out here on Medved-Taiga. I'm still sick, and I figured it'd be best to choose a hunt that wouldn't take that long. So, Medved it is. It usually is about an hour for a moose run, and I figure that gives us an opportunity to maybe find something cool and also still get through in a shorter video style. And a solid enough start today. Level 4 up to 272. Just kind of trotting all the way out here onto the ice. So I don't know where he drinks at, but don't think that's going to be important. We'll go ahead and take that shot with the 300. And not bad. That'll be probably a 230, 240 gold to get started here. Maybe even better than that. I'm not sure what this rack scores with no brow tines at all, but certainly not a bad moose. 250 in fact for him. Right along at 115 meters, and if we can just kind of keep building from there, I think we'll be in good shape. No way. What is that doing down here? A piebald cow? That could be a respawn from like a random cow moose that took a stray bullet intended for a bull. We'll just go ahead and take that. Kind of cool. I think our first rare female moose, despite I believe the moose got a population reset on all the maps. Them and maybe a couple other species I think with this update did. And having hunted all of Medved, there were no rare female moose, but yet, whatever we are, 650, 700 kills into this grind, we've got a piebald cow. The unfortunate thing is, I suppose, we've had, I guess, 5 piebalds now, 4 bulls and the cow. No albinos, no mellas, but a rare's a rare, we'll take that. And then back to somewhat normal. Got a level 4 there and what is probably a level 2 back there. There's only one way that I can see to maybe get both. And that would be not with the 308, but with 300. Try to slot this shot into this gap for the lungs, and then hope that this guy stays kind of in view enough to go for that shot. So that's the first initial tough part. He took off like a shot. That was weird. We got the 4. I don't know, that may have been too far forward. No, it looks like we got them both. I've never seen one take off so fast. They ended up only about 10 meters apart. And I wonder, this could have been single lung. That was the case, so I'm guessing double lung on the other. We almost hard shot him. It was really, we couldn't do much shot placement wise. It was down to where those cows were standing. Not a bad deal, glad we got them both. This guy must have been double lung. Interesting, it was also single lung. Why did he end up going down faster? Or I guess that's not necessarily the case. It could have been just the way the hunting pressure showed up. I thought that he was down first, but we didn't actually see that. In the meantime, a couple more, I think level 3 standing there side by side. And now that they've kind of separated a bit, maybe we can go over this. We'll get on top of this rock just to make sure there's no hitbox things and we end up hitting the rock rather than the moose. Have had that happen a number of times. And typically I'll go for the one that I can get a heart shot on first, but I don't like that he's sort of through the brush. So we'll go for this guy first. And maybe we had a shot at the heart there. We ended up getting lung, so that'll work. Should be 2 more. And so this guy went down right here, a 158 scoring silver. Hard shot on him. The other one should have gotten a little bit further. And always a plus when they go in the direction that you are headed anyway. A 176 for him. Not too bad. Now that doesn't look half bad. A level 4 starting at 266. I can't tell for sure, but that looks like the same brow tines. We just did that trophy lodge tour a couple of days ago, and I mentioned the level 4 diamond we had from Yukon Valley. Everything about this looks very similar. Now the problem is, I didn't bring the 22 today. I actually grabbed tents, not realizing that I had the max already placed on this map, so that was pointless, but I can't alert them with the 22. We'll have to kind of sneak in and alert them that way or wait till they turn. I think there's a real shot there. I mean, diamond's almost 275. Minimum of 266 gives them a real shot. And I suppose we'll go with this approach of just sort of alerting them, or really just getting him attentive is even better. Gonna have to maybe make the shot on the walk. That should do. Get the one beside him there as well. He's going down. This guy, if we could get him spotted, also is going down, so we got them both. And then we'll see. I think the overall spread, when it comes to those level 4s that are close to diamond, have a chance of being diamond, is really important. And I thought he had a particularly wide set rack, so I actually don't know. He should be this closer one since we spotted the level 3. That will be the case. I don't know, maybe. Only one way to find out. 282. I would say he must be pretty wide set. I wish that I had, and I probably don't, I wish that I had the true score from that level 4 diamond. 117 overall spread, 20 tines, 46 with the palm, and a 98 palm length. I'm going to screenshot that for maybe future reference if we can ever find something to compare it to, because that is absurd. Like, for it to be a level 4 and to be almost 10 above, there's something very unique about that rack, and it could just be the spread. I thought from behind it looked that way. Well, that's pretty cool. Not sure if we'll get a level 4 diamond that big again on this grind, but we'll take that. And going from a massive level 4 to one that is not the max weight estimate and rather uneven. And we also have that level 2 up there, so let's try to get the hard shot on the 4. And then ideally that level 2 kind of turns. It's so interesting to me. I don't know why that is. If they aren't facing you, they turn and face you first. Maybe it's attempting to simulate like locating the sound they hear. But if they're already facing you, they spook so much more quickly. It's so odd. It's certainly useful. What is happening? Now we have a level 5. That is the, if I'm not mistaken, like the 280s rack, which I guess based on what we saw today in the level 4, probably not always a 280s rack, because even that level 4, which typically would be in the 260s, hit about 280. I don't even remember what I was talking about. The turning and why they do that. It certainly helps with the grind, but I don't know. I do find it weird that specifically when they're facing away from you, that actually gives you the most time to get your shot off. But we'll grab this guy, a 210 scoring level 4. And you know, I don't want to take the shot from this distance, but they were pretty well separated. Hopefully we can do something. As long as he stays in the front, we ought to be okay. And it's tough to really tell from being broadside, but the frame does not look as big as the level 4. It'd be really interesting if the 4 ends up scoring higher than that, but naturally, the cow kind of just walked in front of him, so we'll have to create our own angle here. Something like this ought to be good enough, and actually he just noticed us, so he will probably help us. Would have loved to have just been able to spot him. I don't know, did we get the... We did get the 3. The other cow had gotten in front of him, but the 5 certainly hard shot, that's the important thing. I don't know that this rack control, and that was the other really odd thing we've had to this point. I think 4 trolls and 1 diamond, at least for 5s. Then we got a level 4 diamond as our second. I'm pretty sure we should have our 3rd here, but like I said, and maybe it's just seeing a particularly wide set frame. This guy does not look as big as I thought they should have. Let's see though. Certainly made the shot. Actually, as we get up close, does look pretty big. Got the big brow tines as well. That is a troll. I thought something was off there. What is, like, why? How do we have a level 4 that scores 10 points higher than this level 5? They're only 3 kilos apart. On one hand, I'm fairly happy with the fact that I was able to recognize this was a smaller frame. How odd. Alright, well, make it 5 trolls. And I think 2 diamonds, one of them being a level 4. At least it was a huge level 4 diamond, and then we got this guy up here. Just a weird set of circumstances. As for our level 5s and diamonds as a whole now, I guess if we just throw the level 4 in the category of potential diamonds, 2 have made it, 5 have not. At least, you know, it'll be a unique one to put in the lodge. And with an aggressive cow here, kind of trying to mess up our plans as we begin to bring this hunt to a close, we'll go ahead and get that level 3. I'd prefer to not shoot the cow, although, you know, I wouldn't mind more random rare cows like we had today. I think we'll try to just avoid that. The nice thing about aggressive moose, you can see she's going to flee now. Because they do that whole sort of posturing thing, they move so slowly you can just kind of outrun them, and that's what we'll do here. And as you can see, it is almost 1600, so we'll probably go ahead and claim this level 3 and then go back to the lodge. Got ourselves a weird diamond. I didn't tax the piebald, probably should have, but you know, we've had a number of rare cow moose over the years, and I'm sure we have a piebald cow taxidermized somewhere, but we can take this guy, just a little 123 scoring silver, and we'll jump back to the lodge and take a look at what is definitely the biggest level 4 diamond moose with that rack that I've ever seen. And I should note, I took the level 4 piebald out and put it in the main lodge for the trophy lodge tour. I'll probably leave him there. I mean, you can see, I should have taxidermized the troll just to compare the frame there. Hindsight's 2020, I guess, but that's just wild. 282.9, almost a 283 as a level 4 with that rack. That is just insane to see, and you know, adding to our little moose grind room one at a time here, had the potential to be 3 today, but ended up with the troll and not taxing the piebald cow. 1 diamond in there is nice to just get out of those. So our second diamond of the grind, and hopefully things can just kind of be on the way up from here. But anyway, that is pretty much going to do it for this video, so thank you for bearing with me being sick today. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.